Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition. Practice with me for Alto Sax. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're working in the Standard of Excellence Book 3, and we're looking at the Earl of Oxford's March. Now, this is a main band arrangement, so you'll be playing with the entire band, so it's pretty important to know your part. Also knowing that saxophones don't always have the melody, sometimes we have the backing, okay, or the harmony. Okay, so first let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have? We have F sharp and C sharp, okay? So make sure you circle that in. A lot of people have a tendency to forget that C sharp, okay? Tell me about our time signature. 4/4, we're keeping it easy, okay? We're going to be resting for the first 4 measures. Just relax, okay? So after that 4 measures, let's go ahead and sight read this. Just take a quick look at what's coming up so you're not caught off guard by anything. All right, hopefully that's enough for you to take a look because we're sight reading. We're not supposed to be looking at things in depth. All right, here we go. Ready? We're just starting right at measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, excellent job. So, as you can see, as it comes to our notes, they're fairly easy, mainly D's and C sharps and B's. Nothing complicated, okay? There are some rhythms that might have thrown you off, okay? So we'll just break this down just to make sure we get it all.
This lesson is brought to you by the Musicians Edition practice book. Make goals and keep track of progress throughout the whole year. When you're done with this video lesson, don't forget to mark this practice time in your Musicians Edition practice book. Now back to the video.
So let's look at 5 to 13, okay? This is all fairly simple. Just make sure in like measure 5, you know, it's long, short. So we'd be 1, 2, and 3, 4, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay? And then we have that same rhythm at 7. Okay? And then the rest are just 8s. So let's go ahead and play that. 5 to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, excellent job. Now, let's pay attention to our dynamics. Okay, starting soft, getting kind of soft, so a little bit louder at 9. Okay, so let's bring our dynamics down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and move on. 13 to 21, okay? Mezzo forte, so now we're going to play at a comfortable dynamic, okay? Here we have a couple slurs. 14, da. 18, same thing, da. Okay, that should be the only thing that's like really complicated throughout here. Just make sure you watch those slurs. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, excellent job. That one's not too complicated, so let's look on to 21 to 29. This is where we have some rhythms that can throw you off. So look at 23, we have the dotted quarter going right into the 8th, okay? Da, 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 da. Okay, 25 is where it throws most people off, okay? If you're thinking of the words, this is strawberry, okay? That one kind of helps. 1, strawberry, 3, and 4. 1, strawberry, 3, and 4. Da, 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 da. Okay? And then 26 really throws us off too because it switches us to syncopation. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then this quarter note is and 4 and ah. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Da, 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 da. Okay? That one's kind of complicated. You might need to write your rhythms in for that one. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, da, da. Okay? So let's go ahead and play that section now. Okay? Ready? 21. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go ahead and do it one more time. If that was a little too fast, you might have to pull your metronomes out and slow that down. Da, 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 da. Or da, 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 da. Okay, even just doing that can help tremendously, just dying it out with the metronome even. Okay, let's do it one more time. This time, let's add on our dynamic. So right there at the end of 24 becomes mezzo piano. Bring it back down quiet, okay? And then at the end of 28, we're going to go to fortissimo right off the bat. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. All right, we got to keep it moving on. So 29 until the repeat. We do have a repeat. I don't know if you caught that during our sight reading, but we have the repeat with the first and second ending. So where does that repeat take us to? Takes us to 13. Might need to circle that in or put an arrow, something. Okay, so let's do 29 to repeat. First ending repeat. All right, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, excellent. That section, not too complicated at all. So now let's take it to the repeat. We're gonna do 13, and now we're gonna take it to the second ending. But let's take a look at that second ending real quick, because that one's got a little funky rhythm too, okay? So we have 1, 2, and just like what we had in measure 26, okay, that eighth note still lands on 3. This quarter note afterwards is and 4, and then that last note, that last eighth note is on and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay? A little tricky there. All right, so let's go ahead and do 13, take second ending. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. And just to take note when you're playing with the band, yeah, there is that retardendo there, last measure, so your band director is going to slow it down. You have a breath mark right before that last half note, and you do have a fermata, so you make sure you look at them until they cut you off. Okay, with that, I think we're ready to put it all back together, beginning to end. Or in our case, we're just gonna play 5 to end. I'm not gonna make us rest for 4 measures. All right, here we go. Ready? We're gonna do the repeats and all. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, excellent job. Next time, we're going to play part 2, and then we're going to play these bottom ones. So for now, don't worry about the bottom ones. We're going to come back to that later. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.